Welcome back.
Why have you brought me here?
For some reason, I always think you'll remember. I'm Captain Braxton, this is Lieutenant Duquesne. You're aboard the Federation timeship Relativity.
I'm no longer in the 24th century.
No. For you, it's almost 500 years later. We brought you here to help us solve a mystery. Someone, we don't know who, has planted a weapon aboard Voyager. It's designed to fracture space-time within a radius of 150 meters.
Why do you need me?
Your ocular implant. It can detect disruptions in space-time better than our sensors.
You're more familiar with Voyager and her crew, less likely to arouse suspicion. So far, you've been quite useful.
So far.
We've recruited you twice before for this mission.
Take a look. A Force 3 temporal disruptor. Your previous attempts to disable it have been unsuccessful.
We're trying to catch the saboteur before he places the weapon on Voyager.
Do you have a suspect?
Not yet.
Do you know when the device was placed?
Not precisely, but we've narrowed the window to a period 2 years before you joined the crew, when the ship was under attack.
Species 329, the Kazon.
Our database indicates that Voyager was boarded twice during that period.
The Kazon are an inferior species. They don't possess the technology to create such a complex weapon.
We believe the saboteur infiltrated this time frame because Voyager's shields were down. It was the perfect opportunity to evade detection.
If I fail, you will recruit me again.
If necessary. But this will be the third time you're going to be removed from your time frame. If we do it a fourth, there could be certain side effects.
Side effects?
You might experience sensory aphasia. It affects the cerebral cortex and can lead to temporal psychosis.
But in your case, we're hoping third time's a charm, eh?
I'll do my best.
Bring her up to date on our protocols.
Aye, sir.
When you're finished here, meet me in Hollow Matrix 1. I've prepared a simulation.
Let's see how much you've assimilated. The Dali paradox.
Also known as the melting clock effect. It refers to a temporal fissure which slows the passage of time to a gradual halt.
The Pogo paradox.
A causality loop in which interference to prevent an event actually triggers the same event.
Excellent. Can you give me an example?
The Borg once traveled back in time to stop Zephram Cochrane from breaking the warp barrier. They succeeded, but that in turn led the starship Enterprise to intervene. They assisted Cochrane with the flight the Borg were trying to prevent. Causal loop complete.
So, in a way, the Federation owes its existence to the Borg.
You're welcome. The 7 of 9 paradox.
I beg your pardon?
How do we know that my presence on Voyager will not alter the timeline?
You know you've asked me this every time.
What's been your response?
Uncertainty is part of the equation. We don't know what's going to happen.
I don't enjoy uncertainty.
Neither do I. But I trust Captain Braxton's instincts, just as you trust Captain Janeway's.
This is a simulation of Junction 49 on Voyager's 4th deck. Thanks to you, we've learned that the temporal disruptor was and will be concealed here. I gave up trying to keep my tenses straight years ago.
How will I disarm it?
You've already tried, unsuccessfully. The weapon's out of phase. You'll have to find the saboteur before he plants it. This will detect any chronoton flux other than your own. And I'm authorizing you to use whatever force may be necessary.
Understood.
One more thing. Watch out for the Janeway factor.
I am not familiar with that protocol.
Your captain has a knack for sticking her nose where it doesn't belong, especially when it comes to time travel.
Captain Janeway is quite resourceful. Has it occurred to you that she may be helpful?
Helpful? That woman has been responsible for 3 major temporal incursions.
No doubt creating numerous paradoxes.
And who do you think had to repair the damage? Me. She's reckless. She has no regard for the integrity of the timeline. I asked for her help once. She refused. And I ended up stranded in the late 20th century. Have you ever been to that time frame?
No.
Well, I don't recommend it. After 3 decades with those post-industrial barbarians, I had to go through extensive rehabilitation before I could return to duty. Avoid contact with Janeway. That's an order.
Yes, sir.